Okay, you know the basics. Okay, so tell me, what do you think? What is a price in elastic demand?
It's
Hmm.
like on different. Actually, I don't know about that. I know I
Oh,
cannot express. Like,
okay. I will explain. I'll explain. My bad. I shouldn't have asked you that before. But yeah, okay. Price inelasticity of demand is when the quantity demanded keeps in.
inelasticity or elasticity?
I was asking for inelasticity.
Oh, yeah, I know about that.
Okay.
It's when if the price changes, the quantity demanded doesn't change.
When price changes, quantity, yeah, you can say that. Yes, exactly. Like in the case of necessities, right? Like
Yeah,
salt, these things we don't have any substitutes. So we
and
have to take
in the
whatever.
case of monopolies also.
Yeah, even in the case of monopolies, exactly. They can charge us whatever they want because they are the sole
Yeah,
producers of the product, isn't it? So this is
yeah,
known as price inelasticity. Here the elasticity is equal to zero. If you see in the graph, that is how the graph is drawn.
yeah,
You can see at different price levels, like at P3, P2, P1, the price is remaining the quantity demanded is remaining the same, right? It is a straight line,
yeah.
isn't it? And you know the what is the formula? The formula for calculating this is percentage change in quantity demanded by percentage change in price. Do you all have sums of that also?
Yeah, but I don't remember them. Look,
Yeah.
yeah, we need to do
It
that.
yeah, we will. I'm just asking you.
Yeah. So
Okay.
formula for that is
Percentage change in quantity demanded
upon percentage change in price.
upon percentage change in quantity supplied.
Okay. So how to calculate that?
Yeah, I mean, I'm only doing the graphs now. I will get there eventually.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So this is the first graph. I hope you've understood this, right? As the prices are changing, the quantity demanded is remaining constant. Right? Now moving on to the next one. This is price elastic. Now, what is price elasticity? It is when with a small change in price, quantity demanded reacts by infinite amount. As you can see from the graph, like when the price of this was $20 of the same price, the same product. One minute. Yeah, when it was $20, there was no quantity demanded at all. But when it has reduced to 15, there is an infinite amount of quantity
But
demanded.
actually, like in IGCSE, it's not directly price inelasticity. Like the graph which you just now, which was on the screen of
Okay.
inelastic demand, that was
Mm-hmm.
perfectly inelastic.
Yeah, that I said it was perfectly inelastic, right?
Okay.
Perfectly inelastic is price inelastic. It's the same thing.
No, actually, in my syllabus,
Okay.
what it is like, uh, perfectly inelastic is this, and
Hmm.
normal elastic is little tilted.
Okay. Yeah, so in elasticity of demand, there are different types. Now I was focusing on price elasticity. These are all parts of price elasticity. Then you have income elasticity, then you have cross elasticity.
Oh, we have only done elasticity of supply and demand, nothing else.
So, but in the graphs that you have in your textbook, they have marked prices, right? What else have they marked if not prices? Just
Yeah.
see one of the graphs,
Hmm.
and if you take out any graph, they mark prices only in the.
Price and quantity.
Yeah, exactly. So that is the same thing. It is the same thing. I'm just using the word price.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
understood. I mean, I know sometimes, like since Cambridge is a little higher level, they use words like that, but they mean the same thing.
Hmm.
Okay,
Hmm.
are you following?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
Oh,
here, perfectly elastic, then inelastic and perfectly inelastic is there.
yeah. That's what now I was doing. I just finished perfectly inelastic. Now I'm going to perfectly elastic.
Okay.
Okay. So what did I just tell you? Perfectly elastic was when a small change in quantity demand, a small change in price reacts by an infinite amount, like as you can see in the graph, isn't it?
This is perfectly elastic, right?
Yes, this is perfectly elastic.
Should I write this?
Yeah, right. When a small change in price
When a small change
in price
in price
results in
results in
an infinite change
an infinite change.
in quantity demanded.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. So can we do it in a faster way because we only have 10 classes and we
Yeah,
need to
yeah,
cover
yeah.
it around 20 topics.
Oh, okay. I am so sorry, but I was told that this was a demo class and you had not signed up for like the main classes. So I thought I was
I'll sign up after this.
okay. You sign up. Okay, okay. Thank you. So if you sign up, of course, if you give me a syllabus, I will definitely complete it in 10 classes. I can,
Okay.
but you
So
will have. Okay, let's complete this. Let's stay on to this, and then once you sign up, you send me your syllabus. I will make sure that I complete that in 10 classes. Okay,
fine.
cool. Now let us move on to perfectly elastic. I'm going on repeating the same definition. I'll give you an example so you understand it better. Like say there's a good example I can give you is say Coke or Pepsi or any product that we buy normally. If you notice that the price has reduced by like 5, 10, people go crazy over it. They will buy so much of that product. When the same
Because
product.
that is substitute of other product, right?
Sorry. Yeah, because the substitute may be also expensive. So when this falls, the price falls, people just go crazy and buy a lot. That is why the quantity demanded is reacting in an infinite way.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So moving on to the next one, I'll just upload the graph. We are done with perfectly inelastic and perfectly elastic, right?
Yeah.
Now going to unitary elastic. Do you have unitary elastic?
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is the graph of unitary elastic. It is when the price change in price is equal to the change in quantity demanded. If you see the graph, the normal price is P1 and Q1. Like if you notice that the change in price is equal to the change in quantity. Like if you just see the graph, you can say the distance between P0 and P1 equal to the distance between Q0 and Q1.
Yeah. So there is equal change between the P and Q.
Yes. मतलब
Okay.
as the price reduces, even the quantity demanded increases at the same proportion.
Yeah, I understand.
Okay, so by the way, the formula that you had written, it was percentage change in quantity demanded by percentage change in price. No, I think I said supply by mistake.
Yeah.
So I'm sorry, it is percentage change in price.
Okay.
Okay. So now if you use the same formula, logically thinking, if the price change in quantity demanded and price is same, दोनों numbers same होंगे, you will get 1, right?
Yeah.
If so, that is why the price elasticity in this case equal to 1.
Hmm.
Okay. Now moving on to the next one. This is relatively elastic demand. Now I am just uploading the picture. Yeah.
And
So
what
now
I think is, I'll give you the proper name of my textbook. So you
okay.
download the PDF of it and it
Yeah.
will be helpful for you.
Exactly. I will do that. I will do that. If I was going to ask you the name of it because I just typed IGCSE syllabus online and I found this. I'm sorry.
That's totally fine.
Yeah. Okay, so this is elastic demand. Now, this is in elastic demand, the quantity demanded is more. If you just see the graph, you can notice that, right?
Yeah.
You can see the difference between Q0 and Q1.
A
And
minimal change in price results to a gradual change in demand.
yeah, you can say that a minimum change in price results in what? What did you say?
I don't know.
Minimum change in price results. The change in price is minimum and quantity demanded changes more.
Yeah, I understand.
Okay, I'll repeat it for you. The quantity demanded
This is this
change
is this is relatively elastic.
elastic. Yes. Relatively elastic. The quantity demanded, the change in quantity demanded is greater than the change in price.
Yeah.
And see, like I told you, the formula quantity demanded by price We just discussed that quantity demanded is a greater value, right? So if you divide a bigger number by a smaller number, obviously you will get it will be lesser than greater than 1, right?
Yeah.
Did you get it? Like, I'll give you an example. 8, like suppose the quantity demanded changes 8 and price
Yeah.
is only 2.
How it's greater than 1? This is very confusing for me.
Yeah, तो वही ना, you use the formula percentage change in quantity demanded by percentage change in price. Let's take hypothetical figures like Q0 and Q1 में 8 units. I'm just giving you an example. Are you following?
Yeah, but what do you mean by E is greater than 1? Yeah.
I am saying when you use the formula, the figure that you get will be greater than 1. The
Oh,
figure for elasticity will be greater than 1.
okay.
So like I told you, quantity demanded, the number will be obviously greater than the price.
Yeah.
So that's why I give you an example of 8 by 2. 8 by 2 is 4. 4 is greater than 1.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did you write it down?
Yeah.
Okay. So moving on to the next one, that is relatively
How
inelastic. Now,
how to
yeah.
memorize it that it will be greater than 1? Like, please explain me logically.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. No, just remember that the quantity demanded is greater. So if you know that the quantity demanded is greater, you just use any number in the formula. You just use a number that is bigger than price, right?
Yeah.
You get it. So you
Yeah.
know that quantity demanded ka number bada hai, so you'll take a big number like 8 or 10. You know the
Yeah.
quantity change in price is less, so
It
you'll
will
take 2.
obviously be greater than 1.
Yeah, exactly. Understood?
Yeah.
Now next one is relatively inelastic.
Hmm.
Now this is the same concept, but ye isme price change is more than the quantity. So this will obviously be lesser than 1.
What?
In this, the percentage change in price is
Mhm.
greater. In the previous one, percentage change in quantity bada tha na, we took a
Yeah.
bigger number for that.
It's just the opposite.
Exactly, it is the opposite. So last time I had given an example of 8 by 2. Now we will do 2 by 8. So you will obviously get the answer in points. That is lesser than 1.
Yeah.
Got it?
Yeah.
You can note it down. Do you
Yeah.
also have? Yeah. Take your time. Take your time.
What I also have?
Do you also have cross elasticity of demand or any other elasticity?
No.
What other matlab only these, any other type of elasticities?
No.
Okay. So what else? Like these are the price elasticity. Now, if you start doing a few sums from your textbook, you will be able to understand the concept better. So if you can read out a few sums,
Yeah.
you understood the concept, right?
Yeah.
So I would suggest doing the sums now, so that since we've just covered the concept, it will be easier for you.
Actually, I'll do sums myself. Let's move on because I'll do
Okay.
them. It's not
Okay.
that tough.
Okay. Yeah.
It's
Okay.
about
Fine.
supply now.
Supply. Okay.
Yeah.
I will look for a link of supply K graphs and send them to you, so that it will be easier for you and me. Because while I'm explaining, it's better if you have a graph in front of you and we both follow the same graph. That is also important, because if you follow another graph, it may become confusing for both of us,
Yeah.
isn't it? So just give me 2 minutes. What kind of elasticities of supply do you have? Can you just read them out?
Yeah. Same. Perfectly inelastic. Perfectly elastic. The unitary elastic.
Okay.
Yeah. Same thing.
Same. Okay.
Then we'll also do that shift in demand and supply curve.
Shift and demand. Right. I'll get to that. Don't worry.
Yeah.
Perfectly and elastic. Perfectly. Okay, got it. Next time, if you just let me know before, like what we are going to cover. I mean, it's taking time today since I was not sure what we were going to do, and I
Yeah.
just took a random
I'll
topic.
I'll give you my book's name.
Yeah.
So We'll do serial number wise.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Cool. 1 minute.
Should I type my name here so you note it down?
Okay. Yeah. You can type the name of the book till then. Or
Yeah.
like if you find the link of it on. Okay. No, I'll do that. You just write the name of the book.
Yeah. And it's the second edition. So
Second edition.
yeah,
Okay. Okay. I'll remember that.
the same book has the first edition also, so don't confuse.
Oh. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Thank you. Yeah. So I've started with elasticity of supply, and the graph is just getting uploaded. Now same, the formula is very similar. It is same quantity, just that quantity demanded ke jagah it is now quantity supplied. And now
Yeah.
we are going to study this from supply point of view. Like now we were studying production point of view.
Yeah. So
Okay.
what's the definition of supply in ICSE?
What's the definition of supply? It is the quantity of a commodity that a producer is willing to produce in the market, or a producer is willing to supply in the market at the given market conditions.
Oh,
What is your definition?
it's simple. The willingness
Okay.
and ability to produce a good.
See, that's the thing. No, I mean, IGCSE just makes things easier. And I honestly, I always liked our Cambridge syllabus. I was like, why wasn't this there when I
Like
was doing it?
in IGCSE, the things are like we need to understand it and then do
Yeah,
it. We cannot
true.
mug up anything.
It is practical. That's a
Yeah.
really good thing. I appreciate it. I mean, I wish I could do it, but I can't.
But
So
the,
I'm teaching you.
but the exams are really tough. Like
Exams are tough. You need to use your brains a lot. I mean, yeah.
you can go through past papers of the same this of the same topic that we are doing on the.
Okay. Yeah, yeah. They have a site I remember for past papers. I
It,
mean,
there are many sites. You just type the past
okay.
papers of IGCSE economics for
Okay.
relative elasticity or anything. So
Okay.
you need to search a little bit.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Of course, I will do my homework. Don't worry.
Correct?
So, okay. So moving on to elasticity of supply, I'm looking for like an exact what definition is giving. So what is supply exactly? Did you understand what supply is?
Yeah, yeah.
You understood what supply is, right? So
Hmm.
now elasticity of supply is change in quantity supplied by change in price. Now
Yeah,
the first supply that we are going to do is what graph did I upload? Elastic, right? Perfectly inelastic and perfectly elastic.
yeah,
So can you guess? Can you make a guess of what it may be?
yeah.
Sure,
First
go
one is
ahead.
perfectly inelastic. Second one is uh, unit elastic, and third one is perfectly elastic.
Yeah, I know the order. I'm asking you, what do you think it is? Like, what is can you relate it to what we studied in demand and kind of try to
Yeah,
do that?
yeah.
Yeah.
Like in perfectly inelastic supply is if we change a price, if there is a change in price, the quantity supplied will stay the same.
Exactly, you got that right. It is perfect. No, matlab, how much ever you change the price, the quantity supplied remains constant.
Hmm.
Correct. You can see that in the graph also, right? It is a straight line. There is a difference in price, but the quantity supplied is still the same.
Why is that so?
Why is that so? Matlab, there are some products that will be supplied in that quantity only. Like I can give you an example. Say matchboxes. So matchboxes, no matter how much your income increases, you will purchase that much only. Will you purchase more just because you're a millionaire?
No,
No,
maybe
right? I don't think you would. I mean, come on. It is.
I'll buy an expensive one.
Yeah, you may buy an expensive one, but the supply will remain same, right? Like we would not hoard something like matchboxes, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, so that is why this is
But
like
I
this
think this is not about the buyers, because if we talk about supply, then it's about the producers, no?
supply is also about the sorry, what did you just say?
Like if we talk about supply, then we should talk about producers, not buyers.
We are talking about producers only now, but the buyers are the one that are demanding the product, so we need to satisfy their demand, so we are going to supply according to the demand na,
Hmm.
isn't it? So like
Hmm.
whatever I am supplying at the end of the day, for who is it going to be? For the buyers. So when I am deciding how much quantity I am going to supply, I need to keep in mind my customers and consumers.
Hmm.
Okay, now moving on to the next thing. I think we are running out of time. I will extend this session for 30 minutes more, so we can just finish up this chapter. I mean, finish elasticity of supply at least. Okay.
As you wish.
No, no, it is it. Let's just go into the flow. It will be easier for you also.
Yeah.